Hi, Mizzy World Entertainment is back to present episode 3 of Family Blitz, the NFL podcast, most authentic NFL podcast out right now, hosted by yours truly, Mizzy World, and my cousin, Vern Knowledge. What's the deal, cousin? Chilling. I'm good. How you, cousin?
You know me, baby.
Yes, sir. You good. You cooling
me,
as usual.
baby.
As usual, cooling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Playing how you playing, you know what I mean? But yeah, lead our episode 3.
Yeah, so obviously as a fan of the GOAT, we're going to lead with the GOAT.
Let's lead with the GOAT.
Mm-hmm. Brady joining Fox Sports, guaranteed contract once he's done retirement. And once he retires, and he's done with his football career, he's going to be in Fox as an analyst, and I think he's going to be calling games and stuff as well. So what is your thoughts on that, on the GOAT? The GOAT.
This guy, he just gotta keep dropping the GOAT. What do I think of Tom Brady's guaranteed contract post-retirement? It's a great move by Fox. It's a great move by Tom Brady. I feel as though he's definitely shown his personality during his tenure in Tampa. We've grown to love him in his tenure in Tampa, and I feel like he'll be a great fit. And he's a competitor still, right. And he's looking at Tony Romo get $100 million to talk in the booth. Right. Hey, listen, I can go out there and get $500 million. Right. That's what he's thinking.
Tony Romo can get $100 million.
I can get $500. Shit, what you think I can get? I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So that was my number one thing. It was just it was a great move by both parties.
Right.
Made sense.
Right. For me, I mean, obviously I'm a big Brady fan, but it's just a sense of just having his football aspect in that room, like in the analyst room, and
right?
When even if whether he's calling games or he's just a sports analyst analyzing the game pre-game or post-game, it's just to have that Tom Brady's, the knowledge of the GOAT.
Facts.
On a weekly basis in the NFL.
And to chime in on that, it's also a good perspective simply because he's not fading away into the light, because the preceding GOAT before that was Joe Montana, and it seemed like he just retired and he went to doing on his ranch whatever he was doing, and he'd pop up every now and again. But it's going to be a great benefit to the NFL fans and the NFL community to have such a seasoned veteran be this to be the analyst or calling games, because it's probably growing to more because John Gruden had the quarterback camps and all that, and it'll be great just to have.
Especially Tom Brady.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It'll be great to tell our kids, like, yo, like, yeah, he was legit, too legit to quit.
To quit.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's great from that aspect as well.
Yeah, just to feed off that, not to keep going on it, but just like you said, like, I feel like Tom Brady is that type of person that has to stay around the game.
Yeah.
Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, if he's not going to be playing football,
he'll be coaching or something.
He's going to be around the game. So I feel like that was it was kind of obvious, really.
Right. Made sense.
Yeah. Just to move on, we got to talk about the free agents that's left at this point of the season. It's about to get into training camp, stuff like that. So we got to talk about the free agents that's left. I think not free agents, or like, I mean, I would call him a free agent, but we're going to talk about Baker Mayfield.
Okay, free agents, and then some of the people that are still on the trading block.
Okay. First, Baker Mayfield. We're going to do Baker, we're going to go to your guy.
Okay.
Jimmy G. So let's start with Baker. What you see going on with Baker?
What do I see? I see him coming back, man. Probably being a backup.
He's probably coming back to Cleveland?
He's going to have to, because I don't see a move happening until something happens in the NFL where a team gets desperate. You get what I'm saying? To where they feel like, all right, now we need Baker. You get what I'm saying? Or they invest in 2 quarterbacks. It's like, all right, they clearly not it. They got to move on. You get what I'm saying? I don't see the market for him right now, especially like you said, with us getting ready for training camp. Everybody is starting to get geared for the preseason and getting ready for the regular season. It's starting to gear back up. You get what I'm saying? And the interest is just not there. So I feel like maybe if something happens in the preseason or in the mini camps and training camps and all that, then maybe. But I see him possibly coming back to the Cleveland Browns.
Right. That was my take. I think it'll get to that point where it's going to be a quarterback that's a team needs a quarterback desperately. There's going to be an injury. There's going to be something that's going to happen to where a quarterback is needed.
Right. And Baker is probably going to be the most valuable option.
Best available.
Right.
So You said back in Cleveland. Me personally, I think he might land in. I still think he might land in Seattle. Personally,
Okay.
I think that's the best. Like, I think that's the best option for Seattle at this point because it's like you're gonna go
quarterback option.
Andrew, you got what's the boy name? Drew Lock. What's his name?
Drew Lock.
Lock. And who's the other quarterback? Geno Smith.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. They still got Geno, I believe. He performed okay in the time. So,
but Baker Mayfield to me is better than them.
Definitely way better appears to be more valuable. Definitely a lot valuable option than those two at this point.
Right. Yeah. I don't see Seattle rocking with them to start the season. Personally.
Mm-hmm. So why haven't they? So my question to you is, why haven't they pulled the trigger yet?
Because it's Baker.
I mean, and like you said, but to me, it's still like, I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like he could be. I don't know. I don't know. I get what you're saying because it's like you don't want him to come in there and then it don't connect with DK and then that might. Right.
I think they just still got. I think he's still like. Pete Carroll said they're not. I think he's still thinking about it. They said they're not, but even when he said he's not, he said that we're still open to quarterback options. But it's like so.
But not Bacon. But it ain't like you calling Colin. He dang sure ain't calling my Niners.
Right.
We'll give him up. We'll give up Jimmy.
Let's move on to Jimmy G.
Take that contract, player.
What's going on with Jimmy G?
First off, I want to say thank you for following my Niners back, Debo. We feeling good again. He got the Niners drop back on his Instagram, man. Debo! Bang, bang, Niner gang, man. But, Jimmy, for one, he messed us over by not telling us he was going to take he was going to have the surgery right. Or not informing us about when he was going to have the surgery or how he was going to go about it and all that. But, I think eventually it's going to be the same situation.
Okay.
He's probably going to end up having to come back. We're going to have to eat some of that contract, but then it's going to get a situation where he's going to be healthy. You remember, then it's like, all right, he has been to two NFC championship games. He has been to a Super Bowl. Teams are going to start to think about that when injuries start to happen. And maybe people start underperforming, one or the other. And I feel like he'll be the next valuable option after the domino of Baker Mayfield falls.
Okay. So what do you see with Trey Lance? You think Trey Lance is ready to take that?
Definitely. I think we're going to be a silly team this year offensively, man. I feel like we have a true number one. We have two true number ones. I feel like we have two very dynamic and different and like ability number ones, almost like a Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt, how they were back in the day, like two number ones, but two drastically different type of style wide receivers, and that, I feel like that with Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel. So I feel like, yeah, man, the thing is, he's only played, I think they said 13 games since high school, so he's got to start balling regardless. And it might not look good at first, but the two games that I saw, it wasn't terrible, and you just got to progress. And once he starts progressing, he starts reading it, he starts feeling comfortable, ooh, it's going to be nasty.
I just think that Kyle Shanahan is the perfect coach to do what you say you're going to do. Mm-hmm. I just think his offensive mind, his play calling, he's going to put Trey Lance in position to be successful at the end of the day. So that's where I'm at with it with Trey. Jimmy G, I don't think he's going to be a San Francisco 49er. I think those dominoes
by the start of the
season. I think those dominoes will fall. Bait will land somewhere, and I think Jimmy G will land somewhere too.
Ooh.
Where?
That's all to be determined.
I can't even.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I feel like if it wasn't for the contract and then how much controversy would come around this move, but I feel like they would have did it in Miami.
Yeah.
It's just to be the backup to it, just in case, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So he got a familiarity with Mike McDaniel and everything. So, but yeah, I don't know where it's going to drop because I don't see that happening because you're not going to bring that controversy this early into its development while you're getting down there. You get what I'm saying? And that's all that'll be.
All right, so we speaking about free agents. Let's talk about some actual free agents. These are people that's still on teams. Let's talk about actual. There's a couple free agents, mostly receivers that's still out there.
Mm-hmm. Big name receivers.
So let's go with Jarvis Landry. Where do you think he lands?
Jarvis Landry. Mm-hmm. I see him landing in Philly. Yeah, Philly. I'm gonna say Philly.
After the AJ move and all that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they're gonna keep going.
They're gonna try to stack on us.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
I say Philly.
I mean, they man, I want to say this team, but I don't know. They don't. I can't say this team. I'm gonna say it anyway. Green Bay.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say that because I hope they make a move to get a number one receiver, or at least a comparable receiver.
I mean, they got Juju and KC. Yeah, I don't know who they didn't even attempt to.
Scantling, I believe, is their number one receiver.
Yeah,
right
I don't. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I hope
they gotta make something. They gotta make something.
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna say there's two more. I was gonna say that's Julio Jones and Odell. I hope they get one of these guys.
One of them,
please.
Yeah, I would definitely say that. I would say for me, I would see a Julio type guy going to Green Bay.
Okay.
Bigger type receiver,
right.
Wide frame, something that Aaron Rodgers is kind of used to as far as receiver wise and style. So yeah, I could definitely see that. As far as Odell, I think Odell's going back to LA.
Yeah.
I think Odell's going back to LA.
I think I'm gonna agree with that, but I'm not gonna say the LA team you talking about.
You're not going to the Rams?
He might go to San Diego.
The old San Diego?
Well, LA.
Chargers. Just say the team name. The Chargers. The Bolts.
The Bolts. I think he might go to the Bolts. I don't know. I just feel like he's gonna make a move for another receiver over there just to make that wide receiver depth chart even better than
even crazier, even more dangerous. And he wouldn't even be asked to do much. He'll be like a third option or something like that.
Exactly. So I think that would be perfect for him. Julio, I like him in Green Bay. I would say, like I said, I hope they get one of these guys. Like seriously.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna say Julio. I can see in Green Bay. They might go for both of them though. Why not?
I want to say, I doubt it, but maybe the Cowboys. We need a receiver. We didn't replace Amari Cooper. Why not?
I feel like they looking for what's his name? Wilson.
Cedric. He in Miami.
Oh yeah, I forgot he signed with Miami.
He's in Miami.
Yeah, y'all definitely need a receiver.
We need a receiver.
So because I was saying, I think y'all just looking for him to make it. Then I was thinking, I'm like, I think he did sign.
Veteran CeeDee Lamb in that room with CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, let's move on.
Yeah. That's going to be a lot on CD's plate for.
Oh yeah.
Second year.
For a second, what? It's like second year player. Third year player.
Second. One of the two.
Yeah. So we talking about every week or every episode we talk about a different team's off season. Right now we're going to talk about Cleveland.
You seen Baker Mayfield on the sub? He saw Baker on the sub. Yeah, man. He tried to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Talk some sense into him. Like it ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna get a job.
You know what I'm saying? You know you on the sub in Philly.
It's hard out here.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Yeah, man.
But yeah, man. Let's talk about Cleveland. We already talked about Baker. Let's talk about the new quarterback, obviously. Deshaun Watson. We don't know about his suspension, what's going on with that.
Going to come down.
When he do play, how valuable or how good do you think this Cleveland Brown team can be?
They can be extremely good. I mean, the whole thing is about how long is he going to be able to sit out, who's going to be the backup, but the thing is, they perform well with their backups because they're a run-based team. They're almost like us. As long as you have a comparable backup,
right?
You should at least push on most of your games. You see what I'm saying? You should at least go 500 on most of those games. The big thing is going to be about how is Deshaun Watson going to be coming back with a year off. That's the simple fact. This is the NFL, man, and you didn't play a full season. That's the number one thing. We know he's a top 5 quarterback in the NFL, but is he going to come back and immediately be that?
Right. He
wasn't injured. But it's like you wasn't throwing in the tight windows last year either, player. You feel what I'm saying? You wasn't up on the defenses. You don't know what's going on. So it's gonna be very interesting. But I see them being very dangerous. I see Deshaun Watson starting off slow, catching up very fast. Even when he starts off slow, I see them being able to win because he has a running playmaking ability, and then they're a run heavy team anyway. So as long as he's not out there making mistakes, they're gonna be one of the top teams in the AFC. I see next year.
Yeah, they're gonna be stupid just because of the run game. Nick Chubb,
Kareem Hunt.
I mean, the 1-2 punch.
Ridiculous.
And then, like you said, to add to what Deshaun Watson can do with his legs.
Oh my goodness.
He's a great passer as well. Very accurate with the football. We knew what he was before he didn't before the whatever case or whatever.
But before the accusations.
I would say though, to argue your point, I think having a year off would
Could help him.
rejuvenate him.
Right. Feel
You know what I'm saying?
energized. You're not
Right.
sore. You got some extra juice.
Physically, at least. I mean,
got
like
some
you
extra
said,
juice.
you do gotta go through the kinks of throwing the football. You know,
get
the
acclimated to
windows,
exactly
like
how
that,
fast players
you know,
are moving out there and all that.
The football speed of the game,
Yep.
obviously.
Mhm.
But having that year off to get his body right. I know he was, getting his
mind right.
getting his mind right.
Mhm.
Obviously going through what he was going through.
Right. Probably was doing a lot of praying, meditating. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. Just like you said,
Get through all that and to not hear nothing negative out of his corner. He was it was just all defensive himself when he was going through everything. You didn't hear about him out at bars getting in fights or you didn't see nothing. You just heard about him defending his name and everything. So like you said, health wise, I expect him to come back sharp as a tack, sharp as ever.
Ready.
Yeah, exactly.
Ready. So I see Cleveland let's just speak hypothetically here and say that he plays the start of the season.
Mm-hmm.
In that division,
that's the tough part.
In that division, but I'm saying though, Cincinnati, but Baltimore's not going to be. I don't think Baltimore's going to be the same without Hollywood Brown. Obviously, your man Lamar is going to do his thing, but then he's coming off an injury. So how healthy he's going to be.
Or you don't want to put too much on
him after coming off of that injury. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then you got Pittsburgh. I mean, they're always valuable every year because of their coach. I think never had a
but they coming in with a rookie quarterback, Kenny Pickett.
Exactly. Or if they do start Mitch Trubisky, he's not scaring nobody
at all.
So so I think the only obstacle would be Cincinnati in that division.
I would disagree with that. I'm gonna say that simply because we know what Baltimore is like wants to be as a team, and the reason and last year they couldn't be that simply because they lost all their running backs in the offseason. I do not see that happening this offseason. I see them getting back to their run game and being a lot more competitive and a lot more consistent this year, and not relying on Lamar Jackson to be running all over the ball. Where of course you're going to expect J.K. Dobbins to come back. You get what I'm saying? Gus Edwards to come back. You get what I'm saying? You got Gus Edwards, J.K. Dobbins, which was going to be one of the best 1-2 punches in the backfield in the league, and they're both coming back with the whole season off. I mean, of course, because of injury, but I expect a lot out of them. So I would say those two. But yeah, I mean, I can see that. And honestly, I'm gonna say the league is going to catch up to the Bengals this year, though. I don't see the Bengals being as explosive as explosive as they were last year. They relied a lot on big plays last year.
Okay.
Yeah, man. That's episode 3.
Episode 3, baby.
Episode 3, Family Blitz NFL podcast, the most authentic NFL podcast out right now, man. What do y'all think about the Tom Brady signing with the Fox Sports? And does that guarantee this being his last year? I say yes.
I say yes.
What do y'all think?
I say I hope so.
Facts. I mean, I done came around to like him, but get the fuck out of here.
Come on, bro. I'm the biggest fan. Come on, bro. Give it up.
Y'all know what it is, man. Let us know what y'all think. Get in this comment section. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Mizzy World ENT. For knowledge.
Sure.
Gang.